Happy Shmonday, and what a lit ass Monday it is indeed, because today marks the first day of my cut. It's been a long time coming. I've been bulking for the past 6 months, so needless to say, I am very excited to be eating less food after shoving food down my gullet for the past several months. I'm getting hot now. The pants are coming off. Initially, I was going to film this video in my fancy chair, but I felt like so tense, and I feel like I'm going to announce the start of a new series, and which I'm about to tell you about, and I feel like this series deserves to be more like comfy, cozy besties, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? So, starting this Monday and every Monday hereafter for the next 12-ish weeks or so, I'm going to be updating you on how my fat loss is going. Yeah! It's going to be super cool. And my idea behind doing the series is that I've talked quite a bit about fat loss in theory, like how to do a successful fat loss phase, how to break through a plateau, like all that shit. But like fat loss in theory is so different from fat loss in practice. And I thought, what better way to show that than by taking you through my own fat loss journey? Because like in theory, everything is perfect. You adhere to the plan perfectly. You cross all your T's, you dot all your I's. And that's just not how real life is. In real life, you get your period, you get unmotivated, you have birthday parties, you have family occasions, you have vacations, you know what I mean? And I wanted to show you what fat loss can look like realistically for a real person. I wanted to show you the ups, the downs, the ins and the outs, the good, the bad, and the ugly, in hopes to enlighten you about how doable fat loss can be and what it actually looks like on a day-to-day basis. Because I think you'll find that real fat loss is actually pretty boring. It's pretty monotonous. It's the same things day in and day out. You just got to make sure that you're checking all your boxes. Real fat loss is rolling with the punches, because sometimes you're going to eat out and you're going to have to know how to count calories when you're eating out. And sometimes you're going to weigh in heavier than you expected. And it just happens, you know what I mean? And I wanted to show you like the real raw emotion behind fat loss, right? And I think this is going to rock. So what can you expect in this fat loss series? So every week I'm going to be uploading a video checking in a way. So my own clients, they check in with me once a week, whether they're bulking, cutting, or maintaining. And I kind of wanted to create that same dynamic so you can kind of like see what questions I ask my clients when they check in. But like in this situation, it's almost like you're my coach and I'm checking in with you, which I think will be really cool. So just like I ask for my clients to send me in progress pictures and submit their weigh-ins and submit their macros, I'm kind of going to be doing the same for you. So every week, expect for me to come in showing my progress videos, sharing my weigh-ins with you, and also showing you how I am tweaking my calories and tweaking my physical activity to continue pushing fat loss in the right direction. And then obviously, like, I can share with you like the types of foods that I'm eating. I can share with you what I do when I'm eating out, or how I plan a night out. You know what I mean? How I make life fit into my fat loss phase, which to me is going to be the best part of it. Especially since I feel like there's this misconception that if you want to lose fat and like look lean, you got to starve yourself, this and that. Like, I want to show you how much food you're actually able to eat while losing fat. And if you know how to count calories, you'll be surprised like how much fun food you can still eat while in a fat loss phase, because you understand calories in, calories out. For example, last time I did a fat loss phase, I definitely had a little treat every day. I had either like a little piece of chocolate or a Toll House cookie. And you can do it too. So with all of that being said, this week, this video right here marks week 0. So this past week was my week 0, and week 0 was basically me just picking up counting calories again and tracking my maintenance calories for the week so that I could then find my cutting calories. So I spent the week just eating at maintenance, just eating until I felt satisfied, and I found that I was eating roughly 2,200 calories this week, but I was also taking note of my weigh-ins, and I noticed that this week my weigh-in average was 1 pound lighter than the previous week's average. So that tells me that even though I was trying my best to eat until I was satisfied, so to eat until maintenance, because I was tracking food, without you even noticing, you subconsciously like will eat better or like eat cleaner. And I think that's exactly what I did. So even though I thought my maintenance was 2,200, I actually think my maintenance is a little above 2,200, especially because I was eating more junk food while I was bulking. So I think I'm actually going to start my cut at 2,200, no lower than that, because I want to see if my weight will continue to drop in the weeks to come, especially because for the first week of cutting, I'm also going to add in steps. So before starting the cut, I was averaging like 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day, and I'm going to start my cut at 2,200 calories, averaging 5,000 steps per day. That's going to be my goal. And we're going to see if my weight continues to move in the right direction. Let's see if we can lose another pound by next week. If I'm able to lose weight, I'll keep my macros exactly as they are. If my weight starts to plateau, I might drop my calories further. Keeping in mind also that I actually ate out 5 times this week. We had like Mexican 2 times. We had pizza one night. We went to have dinner at a friend's house another night. So I definitely didn't eat perfectly for dinner, especially this week. But just the simple fact of me cleaning up my breakfast and cleaning up my lunch, my body was already able to lose a pound. I mean, granted, it was probably a pound of water weight, if anything. Probably not fat. But that's still cool to see that I was able to eat out literally 5 times this week, and my weight still came down a little bit.
Okay, editing Marina here. I literally forgot to talk about what my physique is looking like. So here we go, sister. I'm going to move out of the way. This is what we are currently looking like. I'm definitely feeling super fluffykins, but I feel like I've put a lot of mass on in my lower body and in, did I say lower body? My lower body and my upper body. My quads grew a lot, my hammies grew a lot, my shoulders grew a lot, which I'm happy about. But it's time to get lean. As you can see, I hold a lot of my fat in my back area. So that's kind of where we'll see the fat leave. But yeah, that's what I'm looking like. I'll check in next week to show you if anything's changed.
That's it for week 0 of the fat loss series. I will check in with you next week to let you know how we're doing, and then we can also compare how my progress videos are changing, how my weight is changing. It'll be really dope. But until then, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you like, share it with a friend that you think might benefit from this series, and click the little bell notification so you can get notified every time I post, so you don't miss out on a single video of this fat loss series, because it's going to be super cool, super interesting. All right. I think that's everything I got to say. I'll see you next week.